Hello, and welcome everyone to what I'm hoping is an insightful podcast about advances in the film industry. I'm your narrator for the day and overall creator of the Dust Said podcast, Borislav Slavev. As a resident film student at Full Sail University, this is right up my alley, or it would be if I had an alley. Anywho, let's kick this podcast off with some hardware jargon. When it comes to the post-production side of film, computers are the main pieces of hardware used. Computers in general remain the same, but their components and abilities become upgraded. Apple has been able to come out with amazing technologies in computers such as this, which is their latest MacBook Pro, which comes fully loaded or somewhat fully with all the software and technologies you will need as a filmmaker. This MacBook runs almost any software program you want, such as Final Cut Studio. On that note, let's discuss Final Cut Studio. And here with me, I have the Student's Edition of Final Cut in this handy box. And with this box, actually, you get Final Cut Pro 7, which is Final Cut Studio itself, Motion 4, Soundtrack Pro 3, Color 1.5, Compressor 3.5, and DVD Studio Pro 4, which are all very, very handy. I've only been able to use about 4 of these, but I hear Compressor is an amazing program as well. Now, Final Cut is predominantly the most used software program when it comes to the post-production side of things. And alongside Final Cut, we have Adobe. And here with me, I have the Masters Collection, which unfortunately is the academic version again, so I'm not eligible for upgrades. But with the Masters Edition, you get Adobe InDesign CS4, Photoshop CS4 Extended. You also get Acrobat Pro 9, you get Dreamweaver, Fireworks, After Effects, and many, many more goodies, which are constantly being upgraded and released to us film fanatics. Unfortunately, if you're like me and you only have the academic version, you're stuck with whatever they give you for the meantime. Now, I have a question. What is the first thing that pops into your head when I say film industry technology? And hopefully the first thing is camera. And now the film camera has not really changed much since, roughly June 27th, 1892 at around 3:49 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, that's roughly. Since 1892, the standard has been 35 millimeters and it remains relatively unchanged. Being an amateur filmmaker myself, so far I've only focused on compact shoulder camcorders. The latest is brought to us by JVC, pictured here. And this is their new GY-HM700E Pro HD camcorder. All those unnecessary numbers and letters stand for a compact shoulder professional camcorder developed for the mainstream cinematography. It uniquely records directly to SDHC memory cards, which are little memory cards, in the QuickTime format, or most of you are probably familiar with .mov, which is the standard format for Final Cut Studio. And at a reasonable price, this is an amazing piece of technology that I cannot wait to get my hands on. And that just about wraps up this podcast. If you have any questions, want to discuss anything related to the film industry, or are possibly interested in a date, continue to watch till the end of the citations. And please feel free to comment, critique, or completely ignore this infocast.